Okay, the last video on Mel Ott. I'm going to combine 1945, 46, and 47 because his last 2 years, he only played 35 games. So not enough stats to talk about. But let's look at 1945 season. Then we're going to look at his overall career and rank him among the great hitters of the past. Ken Arzone here in Vista, California. I've got Monday, April 14th, 2025. 1945 season, Mel Ott is getting toward the end of his career. He's 36 years old. This will be his 20th season. He started at age 17. So year 20, he's 36, plays 135 games, 451 at-bats, 73 runs scored, 139 hits. Indicates to me that some of the games he only hit once or twice, pinch hitting. He gets credit for the game, even if you get one at bat. 23 doubles, no triples, 21 home runs. This will be the last time 20 or more homers in a season. 79 RBIs. He bats .308. I've got to count it. How many seasons out of his 20 that he's played has he batted over 300? I got to count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 seasons, 300 or better. His high is 349. 411 on base, 499 slugging, 225 total bases. So that's 1945. World War II is coming to an end. That's good news. He didn't serve in the military, as far as I know, because in 1941, played 148 games, and the next year 152, 125, 120. So there's no way he's serving and also serving in the military and also playing that many games. So apparently he didn't enlist. Joe DiMaggio, Bob Feller, Hank Greenberg, Ted Williams, they all served. That's 1945. 1946, he comes back, 37 years old. Only plays 31 games. Interesting choice there. I don't know what happened. If you're going to play baseball, play at least 100. Only 31. 68 bats, 68 at bats. He gets 5 hits. Yikes. It's really bad for the average. It says 0.74 batting average. So that's just a wasted year, really. Can't even look. He had 9 total bases. All right, and then 1947, for some reason, 38 years old, 4 games. What's going on there? He did nothing. All right, so his career is over. 1947 season, he's done. 38 years old, 4 games. Let's look at his overall career. 22 years. Impressive. All with the New York Giants. He started in 1926, 17 years old. Trivia question. How many 17-year-old players have made the Baseball Hall of Fame? Starting their career 17 years old. Only 2. That's all I could find, unless I need to do a lot more research. But I know of 2 guys in the Baseball Hall of Fame who started their career 17 years old. Mel Ott and Bob Feller. He started at age 17. Couldn't find anybody else. I know Al Kaline started at 18. So did Ty Cobb. They were 18 years old. It's pretty young to start their career, right? And get the stats. So he plays 2,730 games. Excellent. In fact, I'm counting only 4 years out of his career where he did not play 100 games. 9,456 at-bats. That's a good measure. We can measure his production and his value by that many at-bats. He gets 1,859 runs scored. Excellent number. I like it over 1,500. You give me 1,500 runs scored for your career, I say you need to, you're close to selection for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Depends on your other numbers. Mel Ott's 1,859 runs scored. And what I like is, I'm going to count how many times he did over 100 runs scored in the season. 22 years, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 100 runs scored. But he had 2 seasons, 90 plus. So that's 11 seasons out of 22, about half of his career, 100 runs scored, close to it. 2,876 hits. I would have liked to seen him get 3,000 hits. So where did he fall short? Well, he never had a 200 hit season. And toward the end of his career, his last 4 or 5 years, his hit production was lower than it could have been. Listen, he had, let's see, he had 89 hits one year. Then he had 115 and 139. If he had increased that like around 180 per, and then toward the end of his last 2 years, get like 100 hits, he could have reached 3,000 hits. So he kind of faltered toward the end of his career, his last 4 years. I'm counting actually the last 5 years. Also, his first 2 years were slow production. He only got about, 69 hits in his first 2 years. If those had been 100-hit campaigns, he would have reached 3,000 hits. His high was 191. Doubles, 488. I would like to have seen 500 doubles. Never had 40 doubles in a season. Triples, he was not a triples guy. 72, didn't even get to 100. But home runs, 511. I like it. Isn't that a magic number, 500 or more homers? If you're a baseball player, if you can finish your career over 500 homers, you'll take it, right? He had a 42 home run season, only 140 plus. Interesting, for a guy who hits 500 homers, only one time, 40 or more. That was 1929, 42 homers. He had, let me see, let's count the 30 homer seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, 30 or more. And then 20 or more, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 more 20 homer seasons. Consistent as far as being slugging. But, you know what's interesting? His first 2 years, he hit 1 home run. Of course, he's 17 and 18 years old. If he had hit 20, those first 20 the first year and 20 another, that would have been 40 more. And then toward the end of his career, his last 2 seasons, if he had hit 20 of those, he could have had 80 more home runs. He could have been close to 600 homers if he had just played a little bit more. 511, we'll take it. 511 homers. How about this stat? I like this stat. 1,860 runs batted in, Mel Ott. I like 1,500 or more, and that will get you close to the Hall of Fame. 1,500 runs scored and 1,500 RBIs. That should give you Hall of Fame status if you have enough base hits and batting average. 1,860. Now, how many 100 runs batted in campaigns? Let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seasons, 100 or more RBIs. And then you got to count the 90. He had 3 others, 90 plus. So about 12 seasons there, close to 100 RBIs. That's good. But here's one of his accomplishments. I didn't know this stat until I researched it. Trivia question. Who had the most RBIs in one season and the youngest to do it? Mel Ott. At age 20, 1929, He had 151 RBIs. That is a record for the youngest player in baseball history to get the most RBIs in one season. Did you know that one? I looked it up. The other guys who have more RBIs in a season, but they did it at later ages. Following me? Hack Wilson, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, Hank Greenberg, they all had more RBIs in a season. Even Ted Williams. I don't know, did Ted Williams? No, Joe DiMaggio. Joe DiMaggio had 167 RBIs one year, but it was at a later age. He did it like at age 22 or 23, right in there. How about Mel Ott establishing a record for the most RBIs in one season and being the youngest to do it, 20 years old? I like it. 151 RBIs in 1929. What a year that was. All right, let's see. Stolen bases, 89, didn't run much. Career. Walks. This is a big stat. 1,708 career walks. Now, there are a couple guys that have 2,000 walks, right? Babe Ruth and Ted Williams. Those are the guys most feared. How about 1,708? And listen to this. He had, I'm going to count this, 100 or more walks in a season. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 seasons, 100 walks. And then he goes 2 other seasons, 90 plus. So 12 seasons, close to 100 walks in a season. Pitchers must have feared him, or he had a really good eye. 896 career strikeouts in 9,456 at-bats. Good number. I like it. He didn't get up to the 1,000 strikeout level, where some of the other sluggers, 500 or more homers, they're all passing 1,000s or 1,200 or 1,500 strikeouts. 304 career batting average. And did I say, I think I said 10 seasons, 300 or better. His high, let's see, his high was 349. Never won the batting title. 414 on base career. That's a really good number. 400 or better, 40% of the time getting on base should be a goal of baseball players. He finished his career 414. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seasons. 400 or better on base. So it was the walks, hits, combo, and not striking out. Okay. Slugging, 533 career. That's good. If you can go 500 or better and slugging, that's good. He had, his high was 635 slugging. He also had a 601 and a 591. So good numbers in slugging. Total bases, 5,041. Way to go. I like it. He passes 5K in slugging. Or no, in total bases. 5,041. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons, 300 or better total bases. His high looking like 346. What do you think of Mel Ott career? I like it. 22 years. I wish he would have gotten to the 3,000 hit club. I like the 500 homers. I like the 1,859 runs scored, and I like the 1,860 runs batted in. I like those numbers. 304 career batting average. I like that number. Now, here's another stat that I didn't know about Mel Ott. He's one of 9 players in baseball history that has the combination of 500 or more homers and a 300 or better batting average? Mel Ott, did you know that? Only 9 players. Who are the 9? I've got it here. Henry Aaron, 755 homers, 305 career batting average. Babe Ruth, 714 homers, 342 career batting average. Those 2 guys are the members of the 700 homer club and the 300 batting average club. Did you know that? Only 2 players. Sorry, Barry Bonds is not in there. He had a 298. And Albert Pujols is another one. He was in the 290s career. They both have 700 homers, but they're not members of the 700 300 club. And they're not members of the 500 homer plus and 300 batting average plus club. They're not members. Aaron and Ruth are. So that's 2 players, right? I said there were 9. Willie Mays. He's the only member of the 600 homer club and 300 batting average club. 1 member, Willie Mays. Griffey didn't do it. Tomey didn't do it. Socha didn't do it. And Alex Rodriguez, they're members of the 600 club, but they didn't get the 300 plus batting average, those guys. Rodriguez, Griffey, Tomey, and Sosa. Sorry, guys. So that's 3 players, right? Ruth, Aaron, Mays. 500 plus, 300 plus average. Who's the 4th? Manny Ramirez. He's not even in the Baseball Hall of Fame. But he had a 555 career home runs. And his career batting average, 312. Did you know that? So he's the 5th member. Why isn't he in the Baseball Hall of Fame? I don't know. I have no idea. Drugs? Steroids? I don't know. Haven't studied Manny Ramirez. Jimmy Fox. He's number 5. 534 homers, 325 career batting average. Frank Thomas. 521 homers. What was his career batting average? He's a member. 301. How about that? Just barely got over the 300. Okay, so I got Aaron, Ruth, Mays, Ramirez, Fox, and Thomas. Next guy, Teddy Ballgame Williams. Ted Williams. 521 homers, 344 career batting average. 2 more guys. I mentioned 7. Miguel Cabrera. How about this guy? 511 homers, and he goes 306 career batting average. So that's 8. And then who's number 9? Mel Ott. 511 homers, 304 career batting average. You know who just missed out? Lou Gehrig. Oh, man, sweet Lou. He had 493 homers, so he's not a member of the 500 club. But his career batting average is 340. How about this Lou Gehrig? I feel sorry for the guy. I really do. He's playing he enters his 17th year in 1939, and he's 36 years old, so he's still in his prime. But he only gets into 8 games because of his health and illness. He did not hit a home run in his 17th year. All he needed was 7 more homers to get to 500. And did you know he had 1,995 RBIs in 16 years? He could have been a member of the 2,000 RBI club if he had played that last year. And if he was healthy enough, he could have played 3 more years. But you know that Lou Gehrig probably would have had 600 homers and probably about 2,500 RBIs. Sweet Lou. All right. Well, anyway, 9 members of the baseball 500 homer club and the 300 plus career batting average. Only 9 members. Is there another guy that will enter that club? Can you think of anybody? Who's on pace right now for 500 homers? And a 300 batting average plus. Those two combos. I can't think of anybody. Can you? I know Freddie Freeman, I think he's close to 400 homers, and he's close to 300 batting average. Is he gonna be that member? He maybe. Shohei Ohtani, he's gonna let a lot of home runs. He's still halfway through. Will he reach 500 homers? I think he may. Will he have the 300 career batting average? Not sure on that. He strikes out a lot. Is there anybody else you can think of? Mike Trout? I think he's close to 400 homers, and I think he's close to 300 batting average. Those are the only 3 I can think of. We'll see if they can achieve that. All right, how about Mel Ott? What else can we say about him? Deserves the Baseball Hall of Fame. 5'9", 170 pounds. It's 511 homers. All right, I'm done with him. What I like to do when I finish someone is recap who I've done in the past. All these guys that I'm going to mention, I have looked at all their seasons and all their box scores on this YouTube channel. And what they all have in common is they all have a career 300 or better batting average. You may ask, I haven't. When I list the names, you may say, well, where's my favorite? If they don't have 300 or plus batting average, they're not on this list yet. I got some more guys to cover. I got a lot more guys to cover. But these are the guys I have covered so far, starting with episode 1001 on my YouTube channel. Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Lou Gehrig, Stan Musial, Tris Speaker, Rogers Hornsby, Ted Williams, Tony Gwynn, Ed Delonte, George Sisler, Jesse Burkett, Joe Jackson, Willie Keeler, Billy Hamilton, Harry Heilman, Joe DiMaggio, Bill Terry, Lefty O'Doul, Dave Orr, Dan Brothers, Pete Browning, Nap Lajoie, Al Simmons, Sam Thompson, Cap Hansen, Jimmy Fox, Honus Wagner, Willie Mays, Henry Aaron, Hank Greenberg, Hugh Duffy, Eddie Collins, Paul Wainer, Lloyd Wainer, Chuck Klein, Sam Rice, Roberto Clemente, Henny Manouche, Pete Rose, Rod Carew, Kirby Puckett, Ross Youngs, Joe Medwick, Joe Sewell, Earl Averell, Richie Ashburn, Charlie Gehringer, and I just finished Mel Ott. Who's next? Jackie Robinson. Why? I've got him here. He's got the 313 career batting average. It was only in 11 years, but he was a good player. And he accomplished some things that are noteworthy. You got to look at this guy. Also, I believe, since today is April 14th, isn't April 15th in baseball Jackie Robinson Day? Why not? Kudos to Jackie. The only thing I regret on his career is that he started at age 28. Just think if he had started at age 20 and gone through age 40. And he stopped at age 37. 28 to 37. Only 11 years. I wish he would have had a 20-year career. He had 1,500 hits in 11 years. Double that. Let's say he plays 21 years or 22 years. It's 3,000 hits. So Jackie Robinson, good player. He's next. Okay? Talk to you later. Respectfully, I'm out.